Hello, thank you for buying your Caravan from us, MG Caravans. I'm going to be doing your handover video on your new Sprite Super Quattro SB. We're going to start in the front locker. In the front locker you've got your bulkhead regulator there, so you don't need to do anything with that. And then you've got a propane fixing to the bottle, so that's just a screw fixing into the bottle. When you're using the gas, you just turn it on and off on the top of the bottle. Also in the front locker you've got a hitch cover, mains lead, corner steady winder in there. I'm going to move around to the off side. On the off side you've got your water inlet there, so you've got a inlet pipe that just plugs straight into the side and it's got a trigger mechanism. You just pull down the trigger to release it. You've got the flue for the heating, so you don't need to do anything with that, just make sure there's nothing in front of it. We've got the battery box here, so you've got space for your battery, and then you've got your mains inlet on the left. Down here you've got the outlets for the sink waste and the shower waste, so the kitchen sink, washroom sink and the shower. And then we've got the toilet, so the top one, that's to fill up for the flush, so you put in pink fluid and fresh water in there just till you can see the level here. In the bottom you've got the cassette. You do have a little tube up here, so that is so you can drain the flush tank. So in the winter when you want to drain that down, just pull this tube out like that, pull the bung out, and that will drain that tank at the top. The cassette, the toilet, it does have a light on it to tell you when it's full. So what you do to release the tank is you just lift that orange handle up, pull it out. It's got a telescopic handle and wheels, so it's easy to take to the disposal point. We recommend just giving it a wash out every now and then, just to make sure there's nothing clogging the sensor. We'll move round. At the back of the Caravan you've got your bike rack rails on there if you ever wanted to add a bike rack on. And then on the near side here you've got the locker there that goes underneath the fixed bed. Your wheels, you've got your fridge vents there, your door into the van, and your awning light at the top. We're going to step in the Caravan. So here underneath this offside front seat where your pump is, and then surge damper, and then also in here you've got your main control unit. So we'll start off here. So you've got your pump, surge damper, and then that there is the drain tap. So at the moment it's in the flat position, which means we're using the water. To drain it down for the winter and to drain it in between uses, you just lift that tap up so it's upright, and you'll hear all of the water gush out the bottom. Here we've got the control unit, so on the left we've got the system shutdown switch. So when that is up, everything in the van turns off. As you can see, all the lights go off. Nothing will be a drain on the battery, so that is to shut everything down. To power up, just pop that down, you'll get a beep from the control panel. You've got a light there that will tell you if you ever plug in and you've got reverse polarity. And then you've got two isolators, one for the charger and one for the heating and hot water. So if you wanted to turn those off on electric, you can do. Otherwise, you can just leave them on. And then we've got your RCDs and your fuses there. And there is a little list inside the flap to tell you what each of them are for. So once you've got everything turned on there, you can turn on from above the door. So press that little button on the left and that will power up the control panel. And then I'll run through the icons, but first at the top, you've got internal Caravan temperature, external temperature, humidity percentage, date, time, and then whether you've got a leisure battery on board or not, and then the level of it. Can't really see it on there. And then you've got the pump. So to turn the pump on, you just press that icon there and the onboard pump will run. Got the awning light, so that will come on, and then you've got lighting. There's two different circuits of lighting. So if you press them on, you can dim it on the circuits. So by pressing that, you can dim the lights. You can also do this on the app as well, and then once they're on the panel, they've all got switches to turn them off individually. So like there, and then these lights up here have got the switches. Next on the panel, got power, so you can see what you've got coming in, what your leisure battery voltage is, and then you can also set limits and see the AC current. Heating, you can control the heating from here or on the panel, which I'm going to show you in a second. We've got settings, so that's to set the time, date, beeps, and then also to pair to your phone on Bluetooth. Got radio. So on the radio you can switch between FM, DAB and auxiliary, and then you can also change the levels on the speakers. We've got fridge next, so let's just put that on off at the moment. So you can control the fridge from this panel here or from the fridge itself, so I will show you how to do that. And then that's the main menu. That's everything on that panel. On the left here is the keypad for the tracker. So if you choose to pay for the tracking subscription, to set the tracker so they know that you want to track the van, you enter 1, 2, 3, 4 and on, and you'll get a beep, and then to unset it, do the same and off, and you get 2 beeps. In the manual it does tell you how to change that code, so you can put your own code in. This little, it looks like a button, that's just a temperature sensor. The control panel for the heating, so you've got a dial knob on the front, so press it in and that will give you up your 4 icons. The first one is internal temperature, so press in to select, and then what you do is get to the temperature you want. So say you want to set it at 21, you just get to 21 and press it in, and that will select the temperature. The next one across is water temperature, so press that in. You can have off, eco, hot or boost. Boost will put all of the energy into the water heating and none into the heating, so that's when showering and using a lot of hot water. And turn that off, and just make sure you've bled through your water before you turn that on. And then the next one, the third one along, that's whether you're going to be using gas or electric. So you've got electric 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, and then if we go back, we've got a mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt of electric, a mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt of electric, and we've got gas on its own. So whatever one you want, you just press the middle button to select it. And then the last one on the right, that is the fan. So you can have the fan, oh, hold on the timer. The fan, you can either have that on eco or high. At the bottom you've got timers you can set, and then also different settings. And then at the top, it just lets you know that the heating's fired up, and then we're using it on gas and the fan's on. So once it's on there, we'll just move across. In this cupboard here, we've got the radio module box, so you don't need to do anything with that, but you can plug in a CD player in the auxiliary in. On the windows you've got blinds and fly screens. So the first one is the fly screens, so they just go down all the way, and then the blinds, they do have different settings, so you just push it back towards the window and you'll find the different settings that it's got. And to put the blinds back up, you just pull down and they spring back up. On the fridge, we'll just pop the fridge on, so press the power button on the left, and it's gone automatically onto auto. So auto, it will choose between gas, electric and 12 volt. So if you're on mains electric and that cuts out, it will go straight onto gas. So you can leave it on that, but to change between them, you can press this button here, the selector switch. So you can use 12 volt on the car, gas, mains or an auto. And then the gauge on the right is temperature, so maximum temperature is the coldest, minimum is the warmest, so just press that to adjust temperature. If you find it's too cold, you can turn it down. We've got the microwave at the top, got a 3-burner hob, gas oven and grill, and you've got your electric ignition on the front there. In the bedroom area, you've got your TV bracket that was fitted, and then also your aerial point and main socket. In this wardrobe, you've got your freestanding table, and you've also got the amplifier for the aerial and your aerial here. So it's in the stowed position at the moment. So when you want to use it and change the direction of the aerial, just undo the nut, push it up, do the nut back up, and change the direction using the toggle at the bottom. When you're towing, just make sure you've got that down all the way and tighten it back up. Go through to the washroom now. In the washroom, you've got your shower at the back. It's got a water saving shower head. Sometimes the water does come out these holes on the side. That should just be when it's gaining pressure. and that is normal. And then on the toilet, you've got your electric flush at the top, and there'll be a light there that will come up when it's full. And then you've got your slider at the bottom, so just open the slider, and then you can use the flush, use the toilet, and then just make sure it's all drained through to the cassette, and then do the slider back up. I think that's most bits in here. If there's anything I have forgotten, we're only a phone call away. And thank you again for buying your Caravan from us.